Hello everyone, today I will talk about one of the greatest poets that America has ever had, and this person is, of course, Robert Frost. Robert Lee Frost was born on March 26, 1874 in San Francisco, California, and deceased on January 29, 1963 in Boston, Massachusetts. He was named after the famous Confederate General Robert E. Lee. His mother was a Scottish immigrant, and his father descended from Nicholas Frost of Tiverton, Devon, England, who had sailed to the New Hampshire in 1634 on the Wellfrana. Both of them were teachers. However, when they moved to California, William Frost became a journalist. After Robert's father died, the family moved to Lawrence, Massachusetts, place in which Robert Frost attended high school and became interested in poetry. His first published poem was published in his high school's magazine. He graduated in 1892 and studied at Dartmouth College, but he quit after 2 months. He also went to Harvard University but never received a degree from either of them. He worked as a teacher, an editor, and even in a factory. However, there was only misery in these jobs. He did not enjoy them. He felt as if poetry were calling him. He achieved to publish his first poem, My Butterfly, an elegy, in the New York Independent in 1894. The same year he proposed marriage to Eleanor Miriam White, but she refused as she wanted to finish her college first. He thought he had lost her and contemplated suicide. Next year, after she graduated, he asked her again. She agreed, and they were married at Lawrence, Massachusetts on December 19, 1895. Before his death, Frost's grandfather gave him a farm in Derry, New Hampshire, farm in which he worked during 9 years whilst writing poems. But the farming business didn't go so well. Therefore, he left the farm and returned to work as a teacher at Pinkerton Academy from 1906 to 1911, and then at the New Hampshire Normal School. He moves to England in 1912. He publishes his first book, A Boy's Will, and the next year he publishes his second book, North of Boston. His work was first published in England and later in America because of the strong petitions. Now the First World War begins and he returns to America in 1915. He returned to a farm in Franconia, New Hampshire, but this time he's a teacher at Amherst College. Later, he moves to Vermont. He won 4 Pulitzer Prizes during his life, which we could say was full of grief, since he lived his father's death, mother's death, wife's death, and the death of 4 of his 6 children. His most famous poem was The Road Not Taken, and when he died, a quote from his poem, A Lesson for Today, was etched on his tombstone.
Created using Powtoon.